Come on. Oh, baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Felt the risk, I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest, though. I'm forgetful.
It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mike, lady. Mike 47. All day. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Tight dog.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, and he's taken down here by the Saints. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
47 is the mic. 47 is the 12. 47
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now it's Ginn. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Brees now to throw, and that is incomplete here. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Mike 54. That's the run. Mike 54. Mike 54. You better. 11. You better be afraid of me. Right there.
Now Brees on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 23 yards the pickup there.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
At the Saints' 3-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd and goal, and Penny standing by himself in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
It's 3rd and goal.
So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal.
Good job right there. Good job right there. 58's the money. 58's the money.
Man, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
58, right?
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that'll be caught by the tight end. It's Ed Dixon with a Seahawk touchdown. Ed Dixon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And now look at him go. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
What? 380!
Check like 47. He don't know no better.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Run left, run left. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Strip that ball. Strip that ball.
From the gun, Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A tackle made by K.J. Wright.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings.
Right there. 54 Mike. Silver.
Hey, exit.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Back near his goal line, here's Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Come on, one thing for sure. You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a third down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Ready. 5-9. Mike 54. I got it.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And the Saints first down.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Ready?
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Hey, easy. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let me turn it.
Here's Breeze to throw. Now Breeze wants the football. These two teams all tied after one. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
To throw is Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
One of the surprises of the first round, the Seattle Seahawks selecting running back Rashad Penny out of San Diego State. Highly regarded, but most people thought he would go in the second round.
But he did have an incredible senior year at San Diego State. Over 2,200 yards, 23 touchdowns.
He resembles Marshawn Lynch in build, but has the ability to take him the distance as well. Had 7 kick returns during his career at San Diego State for touchdowns.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. 3 buns, 3 buns. Fair. 58's over. Switch up.
On second down, here's Penny. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready? 58 for Mike. Too little, top. Further.
Penny will try to punch it in. And he'll go back backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Second down and goal. Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot to hold it a second. I can throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And now it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw, it's Breeze. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
18 on the play. First down, Saints.
Ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, let's go.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to air one out, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
First and 10 at the 37.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
A 12-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Breeze now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Now Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First down, Saints.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
On the Seahawks' 26-yard line.
Yellow lady. 54. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Gonna throw, and this is gonna be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Go, 14.
Throwing again. Wilson. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
You got 3 down. 56, the money. Check, 56. I got you.
On third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, yeah, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make, because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
You kill.
The final shot before half for Breeze. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The 10th carry for Kamara. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a third straight All-Pro season.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Breeze going to try and throw on third down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Back at his 2-yard line.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
And they'll run it again with Penny. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 11.
What? 56, right there, 56. Ricky.
Now Wilson operating from the gun. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. Here's Ginn. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
You ready? Mike 54. You're good, you're good. Try 4, ready. 13.
Breeze now on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Hey,
Throwing now is Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Hey, switch gears, switch X3. 218, chop. Check
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
54. I'm scared. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Showing it. Showing it.
They run it again with Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Mike, ready. Yellow lady. Mike spot 4. Push him back. Push him back. Check. Kill. Sammy.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. And he finds Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Ready. 5-9. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Double dog. Double dog. That's it.
Try to pound it in. Kamara. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Hey, easy.
Bree's going to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Latavius Murray, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
5-9. Check, check. Chopper, chopper.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Ready. Yellow lady. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Easy, opposite. 61. Matchbox white.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
First down.
Mighty. Yellow lady. 54. Bandit.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. 54. Here we go.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run. This is Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Ready? Waiting. 56. Check 56. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now a play fake. Breeze. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
First and 10.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Single, slot. Hey,
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now Wilson on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by a former 1st-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Here we go, let's bring it.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
1st down, Saints.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Breeze on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Saints, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin.